Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Pestrogen Podcast with Jenny and Jerusha.
Hi guys, I'm Jerusha. Welcome to Pestrogen, our brand new podcast all about being a woman in pest control. I'm one of your co-hosts. I've been in pest control for 5.5 years now. I started at a medium-sized company up in Minnesota and took an opportunity with them to move to Colorado, and now have been doing pest control in Colorado for just about 4 years. I've kind of gone with a few different companies down here. Now I'm at a large company doing a commercial route. But through pest control, I've worked all over the state. And I've worked from major corporations down to family owned businesses. So I've seen a little bit of everything for sure within pest control, and still love it. Definitely going to make a career out of it. Outside of pest control, I have a couple kids. I have an 18-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old son. So between killing stuff all day and driving them everywhere they need to go all night, I don't have a ton of free time, but when I do, we try to get to the mountains, go hiking. I stay pretty active. I like to work out. We like to do touristy things. I'm super into reading and writing. That's about it about me. Jenny is my co-host here. Jenny, please introduce yourself. Tell us about you.
Hello, everyone. I have been in pest control for about going on 4 years. I started at a decently sized company down in Cincinnati, Ohio. Was there for about a year, kind of moved around with them. And then I actually did a year in greenhouse pests. And that was awesome. That was a lot of fun. I learned a lot about plants and agricultural pests, things like that. I ended up moving and went with the same company for another year in the opposite side of the state. So I got to see the whole other side of the state and do pest control up there. But now I'm with a larger suit as well, doing commercial. So Jerusha and I will definitely end up bonding over this time together. I love doing commercial. It is my favorite. Doing the commercial, it has led me to change my college major. I was doing a business supply chain management degree, and now I've changed it to public health and environmental sciences. So I really tie that in my education with doing the commercial pest control, doing a lot of restaurants and things like that. So I really enjoy that. Outside of pest control, myself, I have 2 daughters. I have a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old. So they keep me busy as well. They're super cute. My 9-year-old is in wrestling, so we have a lot of fun with that. And I like to play roller derby, but I haven't been able to do so in a while, but I want to get back into it. I have my roller skates displayed in my background here. So that's part of my hobbies. I also like to read and write, and I've been really enjoying photo editing through the group Pestrogen. I've been playing around with photos and stuff, and that's a lot of fun. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. But so Jerusha, how was your week?
I had a shit show of a week personally.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was, there's just those weeks where like everything that can go wrong does go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's been my month, to be 100% honest with you, actually. But yeah, I just had a lot of like missed appointments. I had one where I had to leave my house at 4 o'clock in the morning to meet somebody at 6, and he was an hour and a half late and nobody told me. I sat there and waited for him for 45 minutes before they told me he wasn't going to be there. Just a lot of BS. And then got through that day. And then on Friday, you know, it's the last day of the month. We're hustling to get everything done, driving all over creation to get everything that's been like missed previous days. And I actually had like a pretty decent day lined up, and then I had so much stuff I had to do after work too. Um and so I was a little stressed out, just, you know, trying to make sure I got to everything on time. And of course, I had a tire blowout on me in the middle of all of this. And so I had a pretty decent gap where like I was going to be able to do a couple accounts, get some real life stuff done, and then go do another account. Nope. Lost all of that time. It's a brand new truck. So, like, I didn't know where the jack was. I didn't know where the spare tire was. So, it probably took me, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes just to figure out where all my crap was. But
Mm-hmm.
thankfully, I know how to change a tire. So, I was able to do it and I didn't have to sit and wait for a tow truck. But that kind of threw my day off a little bit. That was not my most favorite experience, but got through it and it's February now, so hopefully it starts off a little bit better. What
Yes.
was your week? Sorry, go
That
ahead.
video watching you change that tire was the coolest. I straight up
I watched it back and I was like, oh, it's just like my butt the whole time.
but you're badass in it. I
Thank you.
ran to my husband like, look, this is my co-host. She's a badass. Like she will
I
not let those accounts not get done.
I should have. I told my boss. I was talking to my boss, and he was like, "What do you want to do? Do you want to call a tow truck and sit there for 3 hours? Do you want me to send a dude?" That was the thing. He was like, "Do you want me? I can find like Anthony's down the road." And I was like, "No, I know how to change a tire. Like I just am. I don't know what I've never had this happen. Like, what do you want
Yeah.
me to do?" And he's like, I mean, it's up to you. And I was like, I mean, I kind of want to call a tow truck just so I can sit in my truck and cry for 3 hours while
Oh
I wait for
no.
them. But like,
Right.
no, I'm just going to change the tire.
Yeah. That was pretty cool though. That's
Thank you.
I had a not a flat but a tire that just kept getting low in my work vehicle,
Hmm.
and in a group chat I was like, "You know what? Like I really don't have the time with my schedule to take it anywhere right now. I'm just going to do like fix a flat or something, you know?" And everybody was like, "No, no, 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 it's a company vehicle. Don't do that." You know, because like there's liabilities and stuff, but
Oh, I
um
suppose.
yeah, but then I wrecked it. So,
Oh,
well,
oh, that's the one that,
that's
yeah,
the one.
yeah.
Well, somebody hit
Lie to
me
that.
to
Oh, yeah.
right
Yeah,
to
it wasn't your
clarify.
fault.
Exactly. And not
Mine
at
was
fault.
part of my shitty week too was like, I don't remember what day it was, but I had gotten a brand new truck and then the topper doors are garbage and so the topper door broke and I couldn't latch it. I couldn't lock it or latch it. It was just like swinging.
Oh
And
no.
so they just put me in a new truck. And so, you know, took an hour out of that day to switch trucks. And then on
Mm-hmm.
Friday, the brand new truck got the tire issues. So like I'm done. I
That's
wish somebody would wreck that truck right
I was
now.
about to say that's savage. Like I learned from my accident that I don't want too much shit in my truck anymore because
Yeah,
it like I had my whole life in that truck when it got wrecked,
seriously.
and after something that traumatic, you're not thinking, "Oh, I need my chapstick and my this, that, and the other," and then
Yep.
you think like, "Oh, well, it's not like total that bad. I'll be able to get to my stuff eventually,
Yeah.
right?" And
Yep.
my service manager came and he's like, "Yeah, you'll get your stuff eventually." It was like a week and a
Yeah.
half. So
Yep. I
yeah.
had when I shortly after I moved to Colorado, somebody hit me while I was working and it was bad. Luckily I was paying attention like 1 second of if I had just looked down at my phone, like we all would have died in a head-on
Mm.
collision.
Oh my
And
God.
that they were going back and forth about whether the truck was totaled or not, but I was messed up. And so I went by ambulance to the hospital, and I was like 3 hours away, like middle of nowhere. And my supervisor at the time came to pick me up because, like, how am I going to get home now?
Mm-hmm.
And we drove back, and I realized, like, I didn't have my house keys. I didn't have my jacket. I didn't have, like, I think like a state trooper grabbed my wallet and like my bag for me, but like my house keys were in the console. All kinds of stuff that, yeah, we really do like live in our vehicles, and you don't notice until you don't think about it in a
Yeah,
situation like that until it's too late, and then you're just without all of your stuff.
exactly. Now I have it like organized so that depending on how I get hit, it's easy to grab like the essentials. Isn't
I
that
just like
sad?
for the next time I nearly die in a work related accident. Yeah,
Right?
it's crazy.
We do a lot of driving. It's scary.
It really is. The
Hmm.
amount of times I've almost died on the, and I think because we're in a service vehicle, people expect us to be better drivers than they are. So
Yeah,
they'll do dumb shit and just expect that we're gonna, like, oh no, they're cautious. They're professional drivers.
right. Even though we've got huge blind spots and stuff, like, come on now.
A cab full of
But
deadly chemicals. Let's just run
yeah,
that girl off the road.
right. But I had a pretty good week. I got some new prescription safety glasses in that I really love. I'm not wearing them now, but I love them for the job. They match my uniform and stuff, and they make me feel
They're super
super
cute.
professional. And the whole story behind me getting them was that I was at a restaurant under a dish tank with my flashlight looking up, looking for roach activity up in crevices and things, and dirty dishwater dripped right into my eyeball. So, and
Disgusting.
yeah, and I wear normal glasses, so it just like, and a ball cap at all times, as you can
Just
tell, and it still just got
missed.
perfect right into the eyeball. And then I'm holding, I have gloves on and avert. So then my first instinct is to, and I
Oh,
can't. And
yeah.
it was awful. So
No,
yeah,
safety glasses are a good call. I didn't know
yes,
they made prescription safety glasses.
I'm glad they do.
I'm somewhat of a safety glass aficionado.
Yes, and we'll get into that more eventually. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yours are
I'm.
super cute. I like that. That was a good call.
Thank you. I'm super
Mhm.
blind, so I needed them to be prescription. So, um, and then this week I've been working on my creepy photo snatching of Pestrogen, where I apparently stalk you ladies and steal your photos, but I make them
Nobody's
magical.
safe. You
Nobody's
do.
safe.
They look so cute when you're done with them. I think that's
I
why nobody
try.
minds. You pick good pictures, and then you
Right.
just make them even cuter. So
I
keep
try. I
stealing
try.
stuff.
There's going to be one time where I like superly mess it up, but
I think that's what I
it's
told you. If I ever don't like it, it's probably just like the image of me that I don't like. And
right.
I feel like that'll probably be the case with most ladies. It'll just be like, not my favorite picture.
Right. There was one, and I think it was Paula that was like, "Girl, that picture is like old as hell."
Oh,
Like,
yeah. And she was saying she doesn't look like that anymore
yeah.
or
I was like, "Oh,
something.
my bad. You don't post a lot of selfies. My bad."
Yeah. I had to scroll for
Um,
5 years to find one.
exactly. It's always a lot of people. It's like always a photo with them and someone else, or like it doesn't have their face in it or something.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then every first Saturday of every month, I do my long Saturday, and I kind of did this to myself, but it like front loads my paychecks, and I really like
Hmm.
it. But I always do like a 12 to 14 hour day that day, and I do like
Dang.
a huge office building that takes like 4 to 5 hours, and then a whole winery, and then I do an entire school system. So I do like they have two or three elementaries, a middle school, a high school, and then I do like their fitness center and all this stuff. So,
Wow.
yeah, I think this Saturday I left out at 4:30 a.m. and I didn't get home till like 6:30. p.m.
my God. That's
Yeah,
wild.
but it's a whole day out by myself, like pretty much the whole time. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. When you've got
I,
accounts like that, it's
yeah,
not.
exactly.
I work the first Saturday of every month also, but ours are pretty tame. I do like usually a bunch of fast food restaurants and then just any residentials that pop up. But that's
That's
smart how you
awesome.
do it to front load it like that.
I love
Get
it.
that money right up front so that you're
Yeah.
not.
And I scored some of those accounts because other people quit or whatever. And then they would hire somebody else and it would like be technically to that route. And I'd be like, no, I already established this.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
no,
Let me keep it.
this is mine. I
Especially if it's
take,
on a Saturday. It's not like it's not
e,
messing up anything else the rest of your week.
yeah,
Might
exactly.
as
We,
well.
we do every other Saturday. Is that what you guys do?
No, we just do one a month. That
That's
is
awesome.
required. I usually most months I pick up one other Saturday, but I'm not required to. It
That's
just kind
cool.
of yeah. Money wise, I
Right.
usually will pick up another one, but then
Mm-hmm.
I'm even more picky about what I'm gonna do. Like if I'm volunteering to work my weekend, then I'm not going to do any customers that I hate. I'm not going
Yeah.
to do any pain in the ass. There's
Yeah.
accounts that are not my favorite to go to that I go to because I have to.
Yeah.
Um, so if I volunteer, I'll usually tell them like, okay, give me all of those pizza shops and I'll just hit all of those.
That's
I
awesome.
just yeah, but
Yeah.
if it's my required one, then they still kind of build it that way where it's easier, shorter stuff. A lot of my really big ones, um the contacts are only there Monday through Friday, so I would
Yeah.
love to like go hit all of my warehouses and things and just get all of that done on a Saturday, but my contact's never there, so I have to do all the other stuff that's like retail and restaurants and stuff.
Yep. I
So
feel that. That's awesome.
yeah,
I
yeah,
wish I wish I didn't have to do every other Saturday. That would be
yeah,
nice.
that's
But
kind of a bummer.
but the money is good and it like
Yeah.
binds me to do that, I guess. But
Yeah. There's a
dang.
guy here that works every Saturday, and the anytime I say anything about money, they're like, "Well, he works every Saturday." Like, "Well, you should just pay us enough that we don't have to do that." Like that would be a compromise.
Right? Like I
Like
want
that's not a
some of the
flex. He shouldn't have to work 6 days a week every single week to get
right? I
by.
want
Like
some of
he
the crack he has because I
Yeah.
can't do that, man.
No, I got a
I
life
would
outside
die.
of yeah. I got to do real life.
Especially in the peak months when it's really busy. Sometimes you need a day just to like recover.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, working yesterday, I don't feel like I'm ready to go back to work tomorrow.
Yep. Do
It
you
sucks.
uh do you use a step counter at all?
No, I should though. I used to.
Mm-hmm.
And I no, I should. I was giving my service manager shit one day about he was saying something about one account and how he did this one account and he had like, oh, I must have had 9,000 steps that day and I was like, yeah, I remember my first part-time job also. Like what?
Right?
So
Right.
I'll
Absolutely.
check my iPhone one, but I know it's not super accurate
Mm-hmm.
and I'm usually I think I sent him a screenshot one day and I was at that at like 9 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, yeah, real cute, buddy.
Exactly. But I've noticed since using the step counter on days that are reoccurring, like I typically do those accounts every whatever.
Hmm.
Like I have a Friday at the end of my month that is like insane. I think I get like 15 to 16,000 steps a day. I think the
Dang.
highest on that one was like 19,000. And
Wow.
but having the step counter and seeing that over month to month, it almost makes me dread that day when it comes.
Yeah, when
So
yeah.
yeah, and then when I was trying to get into being more healthy and working out and stuff, I would
Hmm.
count that day as a workout day. Straight up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a big one.
Yeah. I've noticed like I have days like that too where the next day my legs feel like I did a workout.
Yeah.
And I have one that's it's two different. I go there twice a month, and I think it's 3 hours each. And it's just a massive, massive warehouse, do the entire interior, then go do the exterior. And then when I come back, it's a separate building, entire interior, entire exterior. But it's like different slopes. And like sometimes I'm walking on rock, sometimes I'm walking on cement. I'm going up and down hills, going around, and
Mm-hmm.
then lots of steps inside. And the next day, and then that whole day is all big warehouses like that. And I always notice the next day my legs feel like I did leg day. It
Yeah.
kills
Yeah.
me.
That's when I was about to take this commercial route. There's some more senior techs that have been in my branch for a really long time, and they're like, "Yeah, I would have taken your route, but like with my age and stuff, I'm just not up to it." And then
Yeah.
after I started, and I have a lot of accounts like that too, where you're like walking on rocks and climbing hills and stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is what he was talking about. Got it." Because the restaurants and stuff, not so much.
Yeah. Yeah. It's you don't really feel like you've done much, just hitting a bunch of restaurants.
Yeah, but
One
climbing.
time I was at a small company, and we had two office ladies. And we were having issues where like there was just beef between one in particular, where like she knew nothing about our job, and so she would regularly talk about how much more difficult their job was. And we were like, okay, lady, like do our job for a day. And so the owners actually were like, oh no, yeah, like they're gonna do your job for a day. And so she came with me, and they scheduled her with me on a day that they knew was very physically demanding. And so we went to this one, I don't even know exactly what they made. I can't even remember, this big production facility. And it had like, the one site had like 10 work orders because it had all these different buildings you had to hit. And so you'd have one site here, and then you'd have to drive across the street, and there was like 3 buildings on that side. And so on the main site, I just walk everything. Like I don't have time to like go back to my vehicle, drive myself around. Like I'm just going to walk from one building to the next. And so the final building on that site, I was like, all right, we're going to go, we're just going to walk to that one right there. And it was maybe like a city block or two away. And she's like, that's like a mile away. We're driving, right? And I was like, no, ma'am, we are walking. And she was like, oh my God, like this is why you stay in shape, because you don't have time you never stop to eat, and you walk all day long. And I was like, yeah, because you don't schedule me time to eat. Like, do you see what we're trying to do here? Like, you schedule us in a way where we're just booked solid, walking 18 miles a day, and you don't have a lunch break. Like, that's your fault, ma'am. But I thought it was the funniest shit in the world, because it was like she was the one we were trying to teach the lesson, and she's like, oh my God. And then the
That's
next
so
day she was
awesome.
saying like she couldn't, she felt like she'd worked out for the first time and who knows how long. She was like, my feet, everything hurts, my feet hurt, my body hurts. I'm like, yeah, dude, this is not like, we're not just sitting in an office taking phone calls from customers all day every day with an hour lunch break. Like, we're working.
Right. Oh my gosh. That is perfect.
I
That
loved
is
it.
such total justice. I love that.
It was my favorite day ever.
Too cool. Yes. Speaking of too cool, in Pestrogen right now, we are doing a theme for the month of February. So it's called Voice and Speak Up. So ladies can turn in a story of a time where they had to face a difficult situation and speak up for themselves, essentially. So it's really awesome because we're taking the time to share with each other ways that we have done in our real life of how we have addressed situations So that's been really cool.
It
I
is
know
really
you've
neat.
enjoyed reading the stories too. It's
Yeah,
been a lot of fun.
absolutely. Yeah.
But
Well, and I think they're relatable, you know. I
mm-hmm,
feel like as women in this industry, we've definitely been through a lot of the same stuff. People underestimating us, people being gross to us. So it
mm-hmm,
is really, I think it's bonding
yeah,
to read what other women have dealt with and how
absolutely.
they've gotten through it for sure.
Yeah. And this goes for not just work related, it goes for life related. And I'm really excited to hear what everybody has. We're doing one story a day, and we're kind of highlighting that lady. And then with my magical photo hobbit snatching, I'm making a little graphic for each lady, and hidden in that graphic is an item that's going to go on an overall image at the end. And I'm hoping to be able to get like a poster print and send it to each lady.
Oh,
That would be
that's
a
awesome.
lot. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm
Yeah.
having a lot of fun with the art perspective behind it, and just getting to know people.
Mhm.
With doing this, I've had ladies that I've never known before just be like, "Hey, I have a story. By the way, add me as a friend." And I'm like, "It's awesome, cool. I'd love to get to know you." So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
That
Hmm.
group is just, I don't know, it's so much fun. There's so many cool ladies in there already. Like, it's grown so quickly already. And
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, it's really, really neat.
What are we at now? I think we're at 161.
I think somewhere up there,
Yeah, I
which
think
isn't
we're
bad for just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the first day first or second day, we were up to 40, and just word of mouth, really. So if any man or woman listening here, if you have a lady in your office, even those who are owner operators and your wife helps out with the business in any way, budgeting, anything, definitely welcome to come join us because we have a lot of fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun. Super
Yeah.
chill, very laid back. Everybody is just, I don't know, welcome, equal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's been a lot of fun.
yeah. And I love the how many ladies from PCHD, my favorite
Hmm.
group, and have come over, and it's like a very relaxing place where you can still joke and have fun and stuff, but even people like Paula and Candace and stuff, they're really opening up, and it's just a beautiful atmosphere for ladies. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like an extension of that group almost, just a little bit more lady centric, which is super fun, but I don't know, similar vibes. It's not stuffy, it's not, I don't know, it's not pretentious like some groups out there.
Yeah, this
You
isn't
can
no suit
just,
and tie. I'm better than you. You know,
yeah,
I'm an
yeah.
owner.
Only owners welcome.
You work for somebody else.
Oh, you want to post? You have to pay me. That's
Right.
advertising.
No,
Gross.
there's no pink tax at Pestrogen. And also there's really no filter, is there? It's kind of
No, yeah. It hasn't gotten too raunchy at all, but
no.
yeah, no filter, no, like whatever you got to talk about, let's do it.
I have to hold back on the raunchy. But that's why I have you guys.
No, you don't. You just think you do. We're
you
fine.
you guys are there to keep me in line.
Yeah, right. Well, me, Candace, and Paula will go off the rails. You're really the one that's like, let's be diplomatic. We're like, no, fuck that bitch.
Ladies.
And you're like, but like, we can be nice to everybody. Like, oh, fine. We'll be nice.
This is why they call me the conscience in PCHD.
Yes. This is
Dang
why
it,
you're the good cop and I'm the bad cop.
this works. The pest sheriff and
The
uh,
bounty hunter.
yes,
Interspecies.
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 Yes,
I couldn't remember the name. I was going to say
yes,
intergalactic.
that's
Sounds
cool
cool too.
too. Yeah, exactly. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's been a great group. I think it's I think it has a ton of potential. I think that it will grow. We just have to get the word out there, and
Yes.
yeah, I think it'll be around forever. I think we'll compete with PCHD for
Yes.
sure. Not
And
that we want to compete with them. We love them,
no,
but
exactly.
we'll rival them in size, I think, eventually.
Yes. I think the way Brad and Jack put it was the sister group.
Yeah, the sister site.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I love that.
mhm.
Shout out to our cheese dads.
Yes, shout out Cheese Dads and for helping us get this podcast rolling too. It helped a
And for
lot.
taking some
So
time off so we can have the attention. Everybody can be bored and want to hang out with us for a little bit.
exactly. Great time for a hiatus.
Yes, that was
Yes.
perfect.
Yes. Let's see here. Would you like to do our new segment? Let's see here.
Which one is this?
This one.
Yes, I would. Speaking of,
Well, bless your heart. Cheap little fucker.
So, with the Bless Your Heart segment, we had somebody send me a clip. So, let me just play that for y'all.
Oh, what is this? Pestrogen. Podcast for girls. What about me? What about me? I don't understand. That's it. I'm going to start my own podcast. I'm going to call it Testosterone. And you can't listen.
That's our buddy Brian Leone, which he did make one of the shitty comments, so he deserves this.
did he
So,
that he was
yes.
he was going to start Testosterone?
Yeah. Or no.
So
what
in
he-
the group,
yes.
when we announced Pestrogen, the group and the podcast, there were some men that were a little bent out of shape about it, felt like they wanted to be a part of it. We got comments saying that their group and podcast, Pestrogen, was coming any day. I believe it was supposed to have dropped today, but I haven't heard anything about it. So come on, guys. We had somebody suggest that we would unalive the bugs by talking them to death. Very original. We had people saying, tell me more about this Sugar Balls group. What else did they say? Oh, we should start our own group called Pestrogen. Other people were upset that we were assuming their genders. Couple douchebags got bent out of shape because they thought they were just witty. Yeah, lots of bullshit about nobody asked me how I identify. Which, if you ask me, is just little dick energy.
Pretty much. Which
Big dick energy is the guys that were out there like, yeah, right on. Awesome. Like, here's how I would do that. Fully support you. Let me know if you need help. Whatever. That's big dick energy. Little dick energy is being offended that women want to have a group of their own that you don't get to be a part of because you're not a woman. Like, you don't get bent. Like, I don't even, like, what? Why? Yeah, why do you care? And then, like, micro penis energy is the dudes that filled out our survey and tried to join the group because they felt so butthurt about us having our own community. And again, just like, yeah, bless their hearts. You got denied. You don't get to be a part of the group.
Nope. Yep.
No.
That's one of my favorite responses that I did to one of them was, oh, so you really want to hear about when I was changing 76 outside bait stations in negative degree weather and want to hear about my menstrual sickle that,
Yes.
that
Literally.
formed.
Literally, I posted
Why-
the other day, like, I'm having such a shitty morning. Oh, it's cool. I just found out I have my period. That's why I want to burn the whole world down. Like, that's...
And that was 1,000,000% relatable to everybody in Pestrogen.
Right. But if they really want that, we could post that in the Humor Depot if they really want to hear about our cycles.
Exactly. And then you could be like that douchebag that said the whole talking to death.
Yeah.
And we'll show you how we unalive things, okay? That was the shittiest comment. And
Work
then
circles around that motherfucker.
yeah, that was the shittiest comment. And then he was like, damn, I was just exchanging witty banter. My
Yeah.
douchebaggery escaped unintentionally. How did it do
okay.
it unintentionally? Did you fall on the keyboard?
Right. You woke up with a
Douchebag?
micro penis and you were mad and wanted everybody else to hurt because of your bullshit.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then
sir.
he continued after that too. It's like I ended up saying like thanks for your apology, and he's like you're welcome, and then continued. It's like no, that didn't work.
You're
jerk.
a dickhead. That's what you are.
Pretty much. Yep. But
Bless
there,
his heart.
bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
There were some awesome comments, and
Absolutely.
one of them comes from Russell Gosweller, the Crusader himself. He said, they're over there talking about equality in the crusade, and I'm down for that.
Love it. Love to hear it. Thank you, Russell.
Yes. And then James Wood, my new Canadian friend, said, may your red tint of Pestrogen forever bind you and heal you.
Oh my
That's
God, I love
beautiful.
that so much.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of menstrual cycles.
Yeah.
We love a red tent moment.
Yeah. When I messaged him and said, hey, do you mind if I use this? He was just like, oh, yes, please. That's awesome. It's awesome
I love
for
Canadians.
Yes. It's beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, and then also somebody who commented on that was Mr. Tony Spangler. I believe he said something like, they're over there talking about us. Yes, Tony, we are. You know what? You know what we're talking about? Your beautiful tumblers. That's what we're talking about. And this beautiful lady is there too. Oh, Jerusha, tell them about
Mine's
your...
on the way. Mine is the cutest fucking cup I've ever seen. It's black with pink sparkles. And has the logo, and then it says the OG, because I was the OG Women in Pest Control on the Tales from the Crawl Space podcast, our favorite podcast.
Yes.
He said he sent it, so I'm stoked. Hopefully I'll have it next week to show off, because it's fucking cute as shit. I can't wait.
Yes, it's so cute. You sent me a picture. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's adorable. I love it.
Yes, and I think this officially makes Leanne Spangler like super famous because she belongs with Pestrogen now.
Absolutely.
She's not in Pestrogen, but
She should be.
Exactly.
If she wanted to be.
Yeah, she's the lady swag of the Spangler tumblers.
Yeah, they're so cute.
I know.
They do good stuff. Good work.
Yes, I need to order another one. Definitely.
With your own face on it.
No.
Just a big...
No. Maybe Tales from the Crawl Space.
Once we figure out our logo, we should do them with our logo.
Yes.
Whatever.
And we are holding a contest, which nobody has really responded to that. But I don't know.
I'm not creative enough to come up with anything cute, so I haven't even, and I should. I'll try to.
I guess it is a weird request, but Jack and Brad mentioned it when we were on the show with him, that it could be a live photo of a lady, or it could be their own art depiction or whatever. Since doing this, I've been playing around with stuff, and I'll play around with my own photos and stuff, but I still haven't found anything that I would really enter in with that either. So
yeah,
but that is on the table, ladies.
We'll find something. We'll find something that fits the vibe.
Yes, it's got to be organic.
Yeah, yeah,
definitely. So
we'll get there.
Jack keeps mentioning that we should do a post on Pestrogen 2, asking ladies of future podcasts topics. And I think
Absolutely.
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
We would love to hear from you about more things you'd like to hear.
And we would love volunteers if you want to come chat with us about anything, really. It could literally be anything.
Yeah.
Please come hang out with us.
Yeah, it could literally be getting to know you. We really want to do an international episode, which I have one lady, I believe she's in the UK, that has responded. But other than that, anybody listening from anywhere else, hit us up anywhere other than the US.
Yeah, we would love that. And then anybody from the US, we'll find a different topic for you. It could be, I don't know, whatever you're best at. If you want to talk about roaches, if you want to talk about rats, rodents, bed bugs, a certain chemical, whatever you want, come hang out.
Yes. And I think it would be cool too if we did like hobbies, even if you're into painting or whatever, we could like sit on podcasts and do an activity while we talk or something. I don't know, whatever you're into.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. So
I'm totally down.
yes. What's been your favorite thing since starting Pestrogen? Because you've been with it since day one.
With Pestrogen? Actually, kind of a mixture of the group and the mod chat. The group chat has been great. I'm very quiet. I have really bad social anxiety. I'm super duper introverted. So like if you talk to me, I can talk to you, but I'm not one to like reach out to people. So for me it's been like getting a chance to talk to people that I've wanted to in the past. Like, you know, I'll see ladies post in PCHD and like, oh, she seems so cool. Like even you, like, oh my God, she seems so cool. But like, I'm not one to like just shoot somebody a message or a friend request or anything like that. Cause I am very, 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 very like painfully shy. So for me, like just, it kind of just forces me to get out of my comfort zone and talk to people that I want to talk to, but ordinarily wouldn't, just from anxiety. So like, yeah, just that, like the community and like feeling like I have girlfriends that I can be like, oh my God, you guys listen to this bullshit that just happened to me today, which I've done a couple of times. And then just seeing that, you know, ladies are going through the same thing that I'm going through every day. So for me, it's been just really cool to like chat with people or like, yeah, just there's a thing with introverts where they say like introverts make friends when extroverts like adopt them and are like, okay, we're going to do things together. Like I kind of feel that way about you. Like when you were like, yeah, you should be part of the group and let's do a podcast. Like, oh my God, I've always wanted to do that, but I would never do it on my own. So yeah, just that, like having to get out of my comfort zone and not be so shy and like having people to chat with has been actually really super nice for me.
That's awesome. Yeah. And that's the mod squad of Pestrogen is such a beautiful mix of ladies that I've met, like Melissa Arnold for one. I was a big fan of hers because I reached out to her through another group. And she would offer me all kinds of advice through messages and stuff. And we grew a pretty good, strong friendship. And then I met her at a convention, and it was like meeting a celebrity. I know she would look at me and think I'm stupid for saying that, but it was like meeting a celebrity. Yeah. I took a picture with her and everything. And then we stayed in contact over that time, and I'll shoot her a question or a message or anything like that. And then Candace and Paula, really tight connection through PCHD and stuff. So all these friends are from different avenues or what have you, that I think us as a team is really strong and powerful. And we all have our own character traits and stuff and put each other in line, and it's beautiful. I love it. But
yeah, and I feel like we couldn't be more different on the surface.
Yeah.
But then,
Yeah.
like, as we start to talk, it's like, oh, actually, we have so much in common that I wouldn't have known or even
Right.
just guessed, you know?
Yeah. And to do this kind of job, even as a CSR or rep or anything like that, to do this line of work, it definitely takes a special kind of person.
Yeah.
Definitely. But
Especially to be a woman doing it. You have to have a thicker skin. You have to, yeah, it's an acquired thing. I don't think it's something that everybody's born to do, but like, yeah, there's something there.
Definitely. In any role of this avenue, it is definitely special. So,
yeah.
But, and then I've been active in PCHD for a while in different groups and stuff. But then with this voice thing, I'm meeting all kinds of new ladies. And that's really cool. And I wouldn't say I'm extroverted, but I'll reach out to certain people. Like, one of the first times that I like really, really talked to Paula was, do you mind if I get this tumbler made of you? Isn't that creepy?
And she's probably like, what the fuck?
I don't know if she was flattered at first or should I change my address? But it worked
Maybe I need
out.
a social media break for a little while.
Right? I got this creepy fangirl getting a cup made of me. But, you know.
Oh, that's cute.
That's why I say
but
I'm
she's
not really...
so cool. Like, yeah,
she is.
Yeah, she probably was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
Oh, this is a public service announcement, Paula, that we need a karaoke rendition soon. When we haven't
where
heard
have those
one in a
videos
while.
been? I haven't seen one of those in ages.
Absolutely. So, public service announcement there. But
we needs to be introduced into Pestrogen for sure.
Yes. Oh my god. I didn't even think about that. Whole different attitude.
She needs to make them for Pestrogen now.
Yeah. You do a whole different one about hot flashes and periods and
she can kind of like our what is it? We have the Sunday. What is it? Sunday Spider. What is it on Sundays?
Yeah.
The Spider one. Like we can do
Charlotte's Spider Sunday.
Yes, and then we can do karaoke Tuesday or something.
That would be perfect. That would be so good. We gotta talk her into it.
Yeah.
But that it's a good thing you mentioned that. That is pretty cool. If anybody's into spiders, Charlotte, she won't do it every Sunday because I get it. We all live a life, but she does a really cool article and she'll include her own pictures or videos of links and stuff to that type of spider. That girl knows everything there is to know about spiders.
Yeah, they've been super informative. So cool.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. But and then any lady in Pestrogen, if you're really into a thing, definitely share it with us. Make it a regular thing if you want. So yeah.
But, share everything.
Yeah.
And not just pest control too. I like that. Like
yes.
Who was it? Amber posted about like skincare.
Yes.
Like stuff like that. Like, yeah, it doesn't have to be just bugs and rodents.
Right.
We need reminders to, especially with being out in the elements, taking care of your skin and be getting ready for sunscreen nonstop pretty soon here.
Yeah. That's I'd like to see a lot of topics about like motherly stuff and household things too, because who doesn't need those hacks?
Yeah. Like, trying to keep balance. Yeah.
But
I need hacks on how to get my teenagers to leave their rooms.
There you go. Oh my gosh, I'm not quite there yet.
Anymore.
Right? Oh man, I'm not quite there yet. But I work so much that I'm like scared I'm going to work my life away, and then they'll be
there.
Yeah.
They go so fast.
I know. They're so cute and little. Oh, funny thing that my 9-year-old said at dinner the other day. She said, "Hey mom, whatever happened to that guy that was just like spraying floors randomly? Whatever happened to him?" And I went, "How do you know about that?"
What?
And she uh uh Pika Maxman. There we go. I got it.
Sorry, I just
it's okay. We got it. But
he went to jail.
I was like, "What happened?" And she goes, or I was like, "How do you know about this?" And she goes, "Oh, I was behind your shoulder when you were watching it one day and you were going, 'No way.'" And I asked what it was about and you told me. And I was like, the funniest part was that she said, "What happened to that idiot?" And I was like, "Oh my God, a 9-year-old organically called him an idiot."
Cheese bag in the making.
Exactly. Yep. And that is my one that probably will be a cheese bag. So
that's so funny. Did you see that he's out back on the prowl, apparently?
Yep. Stay away from Pestrogen, bro.
Yeah.
Whoever
He'll be the
made
next
that
one to send us a request.
right, whoever said this is for the ladies at Pestrogen. No. We ain't about that life.
We don't want any of that.
No.
Thank you.
I would rather a dude who doesn't do pest control before.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Before that guy. A dude who doesn't do pest control would do better pest control than that guy does.
Facts.
Realistically.
100%.
Come on, bro.
Right. Oh, like that video somebody posted recently of somebody like soaking the carpet along the baseboards. It's like, what are you doing? No.
I posted a video and I was in an abandoned kitchen. It was a video of a ghost. I have a haunted asylum.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a ghost that slams the door on me. And it's an abandoned kitchen and the ghost slammed the door and I freaked out and just went like that to finish spraying and started walking away. And I got absolutely murdered in the comments about how shitty of a technician I was, how lazy, nobody treats like that. And I was like, calm the fuck down. I literally just sprayed the bottom. I was freaked out because there was a ghost. Yeah, I got absolutely destroyed. So I kind of felt like I was at that level. And I was like, God damn it. I know. It was lazy. But I wasn't spraying up high. I wasn't going willy-nilly. I just sprayed quick.
Yeah.
And kept it moving and people just lost their fucking minds. And I was like, okay, well then I'm not going to post cool videos of ghosts slamming doors anymore.
Right.
So everybody loses.
Exactly. I couldn't do that account. I'm sorry.
It's creepy because the way it works, I'm there twice a week and I have, I think 19 buildings that all get monthly service, but they can call in work orders. So if they see, we have roaches kind of throughout that area, and so they'll get roaches, or if they see a mouse run by, they'll call, and then I have to go visit them for a callback. So things will happen in these buildings. It's a mental institution that was it was built in 1883. Some buildings have been added on, some buildings not so much. There's stuff from property from way back when. There's rows of offices that used to be cells and still have cell doors on them. It's creepy. And the scary thing is that I'll be in there for a work order and there's a ghost and I know I have to come back in a month. So it's getting myself to walk into places where I've heard voices, I've seen shadows, doors slam on me, people have whistled at me. And then not even just my own experiences, staff will stop me and be like, oh yeah, there's a little girl that's in the basement of this building. And I'm like, oh cool, I have to go there and look for mice. Thank you. Well, yeah, she goes between this building and that building. And I'm like, I didn't need to know that. Because then I also have keys, so I'm not escorted. There's 2 buildings that I'm escorted in, and all the rest I just have keys. So like I'll be in this basement from 1883 where the maintenance man just told me he saw a little girl running around. And I'm like, oh, cool. I'm going to go just spray for bugs. Thanks. Me and the ghosties. So I try to be nice and respectful of their space, but like, it's scary to force yourself to walk into a building where people are like, oh yeah, there's a shadow that comes in and out of that elevator that you're getting into. Like, oh cool, I'm going to get into the elevator by myself. Thanks.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't.
Yeah,
I don't know how you do
it's
it.
scary. And a lot of times I go there at the end of my day because of those work orders, because I never know if I'm going to be there for an hour or if I'm going to be there for 5 hours. And so a lot of times I'm there at the end of the day, and like in some of the buildings, it's all admin people, but it used to house patients. So like an office building will have those cell doors and will have like creepy ass shit. And so, but it clears out at 4 o'clock. Everybody goes home. And so a lot of times I go in there with my keys and the building's empty and it's just me and the ghosts at night.
Nope.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
good.
wild. It's crazy.
I have a couple accounts that creep me out, and I'll usually have to have somebody on the phone with me because I just like it makes me feel a little bit better. I feel like somebody's there.
Yeah,
At least he'll hear me get murdered.
Yeah. At least there will be somewhat of a witness.
That makes it better somehow.
I have another one that's it's an old like internet building, but now it's, there's still people kind of come and go from it, but they're not, it used to be like their corporate office, and now it's just like a hub. So like people will go in there to work on stuff once in a while. And I have a badge, and so same thing, there's never anybody there when I'm there. And the first time I went in with the kid that was training me, he was like, oh yeah, one time I came in here, there was a homeless dude on the floor. And I was like, oh, cool. Thank you for telling me that. And he was like, well, I mean, like, you'll be fine. I'm like, oh, okay. So I make sure I have like weapons on me when I go there, just so that I'm safe. And I don't wear headphones if I'm there, because I'm like, I need to. And same with the ghosts. I won't put my little earbuds inside, because I'm like, I need to hear the ghosts coming on their way to kill me before, so I have a chance to stop it.
That's rough, man. I don't like that. Nope. I'm sure we will hear way more about it, but
we should do a paranormal episode. I want to hear people's ghost stories.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to hear what people have, or like, homeless people in abandoned buildings. I want to hear about that too.
Just scary stuff. Yeah. Anything.
Yeah. Scary things that people have encountered. That'd be a fun one.
That's like, anytime I see paramedics or firefighters or anything at an account that I'm servicing, I just think it's okay. Brad has literally walked over a dead body to get his service done. I can do this. I can do this. I got this.
I haven't yet. I haven't experienced that yet. Have you? Yeah. I hope not to.
Nope. But like, I've been at some of my crazier apartment complex and stuff, and like all of a sudden the SWAT team pulls up, and I've
had that too. I had one where I was there to treat for bed bugs, I think, and I was walking up to the door, and all these cops with guns drawn came, and I was like, hello, and they were like, we're just gonna follow you in. And I was like, I don't want to be in between you guys and the guy in that apartment. Like, how about I follow you in? Better yet, you knock, I'm going home. The bed bugs can wait. Yeah. Right. We'll just follow you in. No, sir, you will not. Nope. He's got guns. Nope. I don't know if he has guns. I'm not killing anything today, and y'all ain't killing me today. I'm out of here. They were gonna like hide behind the pest control girl. Jackasses.
Live bait.
Yeah. You knock. You get us in. No, sir. That is not. You have a vest on. I do not. That is not how this
Right.
is. None of this is going down like that.
I've got PPE, but that's not a part of
Yeah.
it.
I have plastic gloves. Like you're gonna be fine. You get in there.
Oh my god.
I'm not even
that's
wearing
great.
safety glasses. Like what? Yeah, I
No.
couldn't even believe. Like, what do you? No, I'm gonna
Right.
leave now.
Yeah.
You deal with homie. I don't know what he
Yep.
did.
Nope. Yep.
Yeah,
That's
no, thank you.
nope. Last week I went to one and I was waiting outside because they have to buzz me in. It's like that kind of place. And
Mm-hmm.
cops were walking up and I'm like, oh man, what's this all about? And it says DEA. And I'm like, oh, they're just here for drugs. It's fine. It's great. But yes.
That's different than like
Some
either way, I
armed
guess. I don't know. Yeah,
out.
anytime there's
Yep.
activity around, I'm good.
Yep, but if my
Try to
cheese
avoid
dad can walk over a dead body, then I
Absolutely.
I got this. Got to get the job done.
Yes. I kind of have that chip on my shoulder, like being a girl, like any weird shit I come up across, like, well, I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna let the boys see me cry about it. So
Yep.
don't really have a choice.
Yep, and that was the hard part about my car accident was that I really should have been sent home, but it was kind of like I got vacation coming up and I've got accounts to do and kind of that chip in the shoulder that I'm a girl and I don't want to be like, wah. Yeah, I don't want to be like, wah, I got in a car accident, but I really should have gone. So
yeah, absolutely.
Lesson learned. Lesson learned that
you got to be a tough guy until you can't be.
Yeah,
and in a situation like that, you just can't be a tough guy.
Yeah, everybody was saying like, "Hey, you should go get checked out," and I'm like, "Oh, but I got vacation coming up, and I don't, But my life is a little bit more worth that. But
yes, the accounts will be there when you come back.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Okay. Well, we have hit an hour, my lady. It was
bye.
Beautiful. Yes, it was beautiful hanging out with you. And thank you, everyone, for listening to Pestrogen Podcast, the very first one.
Please come back. We'll get our shit together.
Exactly. This was the trial run, our introduction. Okay, it'll only up from here. So
absolutely. Hang in there with us, folks.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening.
All right. Bye.
Bye.